Have you ever looked at someone in their 80s and thought, how are they still doing all that? Well, let me introduce you to someone who might surprise you. Harold Bennett. He's 89 years old, still drives himself to the grocery store, does his own yard work, and hasn't seen a doctor in 25 years. Not for a cold, not for a flu, not even a routine checkup. And no, he doesn't credit it to good genes. He doesn't follow some fancy diet or take a cabinet full of pills either. Harold swears by just 5 habits. That's it. 5 things he's done every single day for the last quarter century, and some of them are so simple you'd never guess they could make such a difference. But they do. And that got me thinking. What if the secret to staying healthy after 60 isn't about doing more, but about doing the right little things consistently? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through those exact 5 habits Harold lives by, what they are, why they work, and how you can start using them today, even if you're starting late. Because staying strong and independent in your 70s, 80s, or even 90s, it's not about luck, it's about choice, and you can choose to start right now. Habit number 1. Mental tuning. Strengthening your mind before the day begins. Every morning, before I speak to anyone, before I check the weather or read the news, I sit still, just for 3 minutes. It's not meditation, it's not prayer. I call it my mental tuning, and it's the most powerful thing I do all day. Here's how it works. I close my eyes and picture the kind of day I want to have. Not just the tasks or the traffic, but how I want to feel. Calm, clear, grounded, useful. Then, I imagine myself moving through the day in that state. I see myself driving with confidence, speaking to others with kindness, handling stress with ease. And you know what? Over time, it started to become true. Because here's something I didn't know until recently. Your brain can't fully tell the difference between something you vividly imagine and something that actually happens. That's not woo-woo, that's neuroscience. Studies using fMRI scans, including research by Dr. Joe Dispenza and teams at Harvard, show that mental rehearsal lights up the same areas of the brain as real-life experience. What does that mean for us? It means that by spending just 3 intentional minutes each morning, you can literally retrain your nervous system. You can prime your body for resilience before the chaos of the day even begins. And that matters, because chronic stress is the #1 enemy of your immune system. Not germs, not aging. It's stress. Stress raises cortisol, damages brain cells, weakens immunity, messes with your digestion, and even breaks down muscle. And here's the thing. Most of us don't even realize how stressed we've become. We're not yelling, we're not panicking, but inside, we're running on fumes. Let me tell you a story. My old friend Walter, same age, same health history as me, he was always stressed. Politics, bills, the news, everything got under his skin. Then one day he collapsed. A heart issue. No warning. He recovered, thankfully. But he asked me something I'll never forget. Why don't you ever seem rattled? Don't you worry? And I told him this. Worry is a thief, and every morning I lock the door. Mental tuning changed my life. It gave me back my peace and my health. It costs nothing, takes 3 minutes. And the benefits? Lower blood pressure, better immunity, sharper memory, stronger digestion. So tomorrow morning, before the world gets loud, sit still. Picture strength, picture calm. Picture yourself moving through the day with grace, and watch what happens. Because your thoughts, they shape your hormones. And your hormones, they shape your health. Habit number 2. The healing walk. 15 minutes that reset everything. There's something I do every single day. Rain or shine, winter or summer, that I believe has added decades to my life. I call it my healing walk. It's not about burning calories or hitting 10,000 steps. I don't bring my phone. I don't wear headphones. I'm not out there chasing a fitness goal. I'm simply walking. With my breath, with my body, and with my full attention. Just 15 minutes, that's it. But those 15 minutes are sacred. When I first started this habit back in my 60s, I was still jogging. I thought if I wasn't sweating, I wasn't doing it right. But then I read a study, one that changed everything for me. It said that just walking, not running, not biking, just walking, could lower inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and improve memory. In fact, it could even reduce your risk of death by up to 39%. And that's when it clicked. Movement doesn't have to be intense to be powerful. It just needs to be intentional. When you walk, truly walk, you're not just moving your legs. You're waking up your joints. You're flushing your lymphatic system. You're calming your nervous system. You're even helping your digestive tract reset itself. Some days I walk around the block, others just down the driveway and back. But I never skip it. Because on the days I do, I feel it. My shoulders slump, my knees stiffen, my mind feels foggier. And I notice something deeper. I start to feel old. That's when I knew. This walk isn't optional. It's medicine. And here's the key. I pair my walk with deep, rhythmic breathing. 4 seconds in, 6 seconds out. No rush, no force, just flow. I also do one more thing that surprises people. I smile while I walk. Not because I'm in a good mood, but because smiling puts me in one. You see, smiling, even if it's gentle, activates your vagus nerve, which helps regulate your heart rate, your digestion, and your stress levels. It's like flipping a switch from fight or flight to rest and restore. So now, my 15-minute walk is more than just a stroll. It's a full-body tune-up. I breathe, I smile, I walk, and by the time I return home, I feel like a newer, clearer version of myself. Like my body and mind have realigned. You don't need perfect weather. You don't need fancy shoes. You just need a pair of feet, a little time, and a willingness to move gently through your day. So, if you've been feeling stuck, sore, or just a little off, don't wait for motivation. Put on your shoes, step outside, and give your body the healing rhythm it's been waiting for. Habit number 3. The brain and body breakfast. There was a time, not too long ago, when I thought I was eating healthy. Oatmeal, toast, maybe a little fruit. It looked good on paper, but by mid-morning I was crashing. I'd lose focus, feel a dip in energy and forget where I left my glasses. Or worse, whether I'd even had breakfast at all. At 61, I thought it was just part of aging. Turns out, it wasn't. It was protein. You see, as we get older, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing and using protein. So we actually need more, not less, to keep our muscles strong, our immune system sharp, and our memory intact. That's when I changed my mornings entirely. Now, every day, I start with what I call my brain and body breakfast. It's simple. 1 boiled egg, a cup of plain Greek yogurt, a small handful of walnuts, and a few blueberries. That's it. But here's the thing. That little plate gives me over 25 grams of high-quality protein, plus healthy fats, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory nutrients. It fills me up, yes, but more importantly, it fuels me. I stay sharp through meetings. I feel steady behind the wheel. I don't get those 11 a.m. crashes anymore. It's like my brain and body are synced up and ready to go. And science backs it up. Studies from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that older adults who get 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal have better muscle mass, fewer hospital visits, and even longer lifespans. Another study from Tufts University found that seniors with higher protein intake had stronger immune responses to infections and vaccines. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. Eggs have a perfect protein score. Greek yogurt is a complete protein, packed with calcium and gut-friendly probiotics. Walnuts add omega-3s that fight inflammation, and blueberries, those are my little antioxidant powerhouses. This breakfast isn't fancy, it's not trendy, but it works. Some mornings, I switch it up. Cottage cheese with flax seeds, grilled chicken on sprouted toast, or even a lentil scramble. But the rule stays the same. Never skip protein at breakfast. Because that first meal, it tells your body how the rest of the day is going to go. And you wouldn't fuel your car with fumes, so why do that to your body? Your body isn't asking for perfection, it's asking for support, and the right breakfast is a powerful way to give it.
Habit number 4. The golden glass.
Right after I wake up and move a little, there's one more thing I do before anything else. Even before coffee. I drink what I call my golden glass. It's not some expensive supplement, not a trendy superfood from the internet. And no, it doesn't come in a bottle with a celebrity's face on it. It's something I've made myself every single morning for the past 30 years. Just warm water, fresh lemon juice, a pinch of turmeric, and a dash of black pepper. Sounds simple, right? But don't let that fool you. This little glass has done more for my health than any prescription I was ever offered. Let me break it down for you. The lemon is packed with vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that boosts the immune system, especially as we get older. But it does more than that. It also gets the liver going in the morning, helps produce bile, and supports digestion. If you've noticed your digestion slowing down with age, low stomach acid might be to blame, and lemon helps with that too. Turmeric is nature's strongest anti-inflammatory. It contains curcumin, a compound proven to reduce joint pain, fight brain fog, and lower the risk of chronic diseases. There are hundreds of peer-reviewed studies on this, and if I skip this for even a few days, I feel it in my knees and sinuses. Now, black pepper. That's the magic key. Without it, your body can barely absorb turmeric. But with it, the curcumin gets absorbed up to 2,000% better. That's not an exaggeration. That's from real clinical research. Altogether, this golden glass helps me fight inflammation, support immunity, and start my digestion before I even take my first bite of breakfast. It takes less than 3 minutes to make. I heat up a cup of water, not boiling, just warm enough to sip comfortably, squeeze in half a lemon, stir in a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and add a pinch of black pepper. That's it. For me, this is more than just a drink. It's a signal, a ritual, a daily reminder that I'm choosing health, on purpose. So if you've been waking up feeling sluggish, bloated, or like your body's just not firing on all cylinders, maybe it's time to try something golden.
Habit number 5. The morning signal.
Every morning, before my feet ever touch the floor, I send my body a signal. Just a small one, but it makes all the difference. I started this habit when I turned 61. Back then, I used to wake up feeling stiff, foggy, even a little unsteady. I'd stumble to the bathroom, holding the wall. One morning, I tripped over my slippers, not because I was clumsy, but because my body wasn't fully awake. That's when I realized something. I was asking my body to perform before I gave it a chance to prepare. So now, before anything else, before I check the news, before I sip coffee, I take 90 seconds to wake up from the inside out. I lie still, take 3 slow, deep breaths, stretch my fingers, wiggle my toes, gently rotate my ankles and wrists. It's not exercise, it's a message that says, we're alive, we're moving today, let's do it safely. It may sound too simple to matter, but science says otherwise. According to research from the National Institute on Aging and the Mayo Clinic, older adults who perform gentle morning movement have better circulation, lower inflammation, more mental clarity, and fewer falls. And I've felt it firsthand. On the rare days I skip this, my knees ache more, I feel off balance, and I move slower all day. But when I start my day with this tiny ritual, it's like flipping on a switch for every joint, every muscle, every cell. You don't need a mat, you don't need equipment, you don't even need to get out of bed. All you need is 90 seconds, and the decision to treat your body like it matters. So let me ask you, when's the last time you truly said good morning to your body?
People often say to me, "You're just lucky. Good genes. You must have inherited your health." But I don't buy that. Because what I've learned over these decades is this: health doesn't vanish overnight, and it doesn't stay by accident either. It wears away in the little things we ignore, and it returns in the little things we choose, consistently. There's no magic pill, no one-size-fits-all, but there are 5 simple habits, done daily, that rewired my body, my brain, and my entire experience of aging. Mental tuning to calm the mind and train the nervous system. A healing walk that realigns the body and restores energy. A protein-rich breakfast that fuels my muscles and memory. A golden glass that reduces inflammation and jump-starts digestion. A 90-second morning signal that prepares me for balance and safety. None of them cost money. None require fancy equipment. But together, they've kept me driving, hiking, laughing, and living well into my 80s and beyond. And I believe these habits can do the same for you. Your body isn't broken. It's simply waiting for your attention. Every small step you take sends a clear message: I still care. I still choose health. I still choose life. So tell me in the comments, which of these 5 habits are you already practicing, or ready to start with tomorrow? Your story might inspire someone else to take their first step too. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends or loved ones. One small action could help more older adults discover simple habits that truly work. And don't forget to subscribe for daily insights on aging strong, staying independent, and living with purpose after 60. Keep watching to discover more daily habits that boost your energy, improve your sleep, and strengthen your vitality, one step at a time. Thanks for being here. You deserve to thrive in every season of life.